Audio Jungle.
Thank you. Welcome to the yearly show with Tim Han. I'm your host, Tim Han. It's good to see everyone today. Let's get started. So, Los Angeles has just raised its minimum wage to $15 an hour. Yes, because the average high school dropout flipping burgers at McDonald's deserves to be making more than a staff sergeant in the US military. Have fun enjoying your burgers as they become $10 a meal when people suddenly realize that businesses cannot exactly afford a doubling of their labor costs. In other news, the Patriot Act is up for renewal, allowing the government to monitor your phone records, data usage, and otherwise shit on the Fourth Amendment. The NSA has taken an oath to protect us by seeing who you call, what you look at, and seeing how many times you've Googled how to cheat in civics without being caught. Don't you feel somewhere safer? We've got a great show for you tonight. Baltimore, ISIS, and Hillary Clinton's campaign finance manager is here with us today. Let's welcome Mr. Justin Jang, head of the Jang Company accounting firm. How are you today, Mr. Jang?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's just talk about what we're here for. Let's go right to the chase, shall we? So, what do you have to say about the recent controversy surrounding the accusations that foreign donors have been giving money to the Clinton Foundation while Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, and in order to increase their influence on U.S. government policy, possibly in their favor?
I have no idea where these ludicrous allegations are coming from. The Clinton Foundation is absolutely committed to integrity and transparency. We would never do anything illegal like taking money from organizations or countries that we aren't allowed to take from.
So these reports right here of donations from Russia and China, they're completely false. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Just because the papers say donations are from China and Russia, doesn't mean that they're actually from China and Russia. They could be simple mislabeling. Mislabeling errors.
Okay. So, according to you, the Clinton campaign financing is 100% clean. That's what you're telling me.
That is correct. Okay. Hello? No, I told you to mark those donations are coming from the US. Don't mind that.
Okay. Alright. I know this is not your area of expertise. You're not supposed to be advising Clinton on any of this, but can you comment on that email deletion scandal?
Sorry, I was only told to delete any emails relating to financing or Clinton's personal business. Can't help you there.
Okay, well, finally, there have been rumors that you yourself have donated a rather large sum of money to the Clinton presidential campaign. Doing so would be a clear violation of federal campaign laws.
I can personally assure you that Jang and Company accounting's 100 billion contribution was only used for reimbursing the campaign for dinner costs and office stationery.
Well, thank you for providing some valuable insight into Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Jang, proof that you only have to be rich to have a very hot wife. Here with us today are Frank Wang, Senior Defense Correspondent, and Jeremy Simbol, Head of the organization Global Peace and Friendship Initiative. Today they'll be discussing the ISIS problem, specifically the recent fall of the cities Palmyra and Ramadi.
Always a pleasure to be on the show, Tim. First up, I want to say that ISIS is a very real threat. They represent a clear and present danger to the United States and its interests and should be stopped at all costs, even if that cost is violence.
Now just wait a minute. We shouldn't be so quick to resort to violence. Every person deserves a chance, even misunderstood individuals such as those involved with the Islamic State. We don't even have proof that they were engaged in illegal activity.
What does this look like to you? This footage was recently captured in the fall of Ramadi. This is the reason why they need to be eliminated once and for all.
Hey, violence is not the answer, period.
What do you expect us to use? Harsh language?
Actually, kind words might be a better idea.
Alright, you see, that's the kind of attitude that makes us lose wars. We need to show our resolve in fighting these Islamic terrorists.
Don't label them with the term Islamic. It only demeans Muslims everywhere.
Okay, look, I don't see Christians, Buddhists, or Hindus shooting up places because someone drew up a picture of their deity.
Well, Islam has a special set of beliefs.
Yeah, and I believe Santa's real, okay? Doesn't mean that their beliefs can be completely ridiculous. Bottom line is, major cities in Iraq and Syria are now in the hands of terrorists. People are being slaughtered left and right. Priceless ancient artifacts are being desecrated, and cities are in ruins. ISIS should be bombed back to the Stone Age.
Now back to you, Tim.
And now we move on to our final story. An inside look at the recently racially charged riots in Baltimore. Riots broke out over the death of Freddie Gray, an African-American man who died while in police custody. Protests soon broke out, theoretically over race relations, but looters and thugs, instead seeking to protest their lack of big screen TVs, took advantage of the situation and Baltimore descended into chaos. We now
Thank you, Tim. As you can see here, the situation is quite volatile and very reminiscent of the earlier riots in Ferguson. With me here, I have a resident of Baltimore who can shed some light on the subject.
Well, these so-called protesters are running amok in this city. Why? Half the block has been destroyed. They're almost like crazed animals. And you know what you do with crazed animals? You put them down.
Are you suggesting that these protesters should be killed?
Well, this ain't a riot. For me, it's open season.
Sir, I think you may need to calm...
Shh. Do you hear that? There's two of them, right around that corner. Well, that's two less thugs that we gotta deal with.
You're taking this a little far.
Well, since our government is too busy trying to not offend the minorities, it's up to responsible, law-abiding citizens such as myself to keep order in this great city. God damn it, can't a man enjoy a civil conversation without being interrupted?
Are you, sure that these actions aren't racially charged?
Racially charged? Sir, are you calling me a racist?
Well, that's it for tonight, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show today, and I will see you back here in exactly 1 year. Good night.